But if your fun is listening to Perry Como, then by God, man, listen to Perry Como. If you like to listen to old style country with like Hank Williams, then listen to that, man. Nothing wrong with Hank Williams. I love Hank Williams. My other grandfather, Vernon Butler, was the one who introduced me to Hank Williams. Hank Williams, Ernest Tubb, the Grand Ole Opry. Oh my God, that's some great stuff. And just because it isn't rock and roll, don't mean nothing because it's still wonderful music. You know, um, who was it? I don't remember who it was, but I got introduced to Buck Owens and Roy Clark. I think it was just the TV show Hee Haw, which, um, for those of you who don't know, Hee Haw was a musical variety show that played on CBS in the late 60s and early 70s. It was actually, believe it or not, the show that CBS replaced Star Trek with when they dumped Star Trek. And I know that sounds horrible, but don't hold it against the producers of Hee Haw. They were just looking to put their show on. You know, they had nothing to do with, or NBC rather. Anyway, no, it was CBS. Um, when they started doing what you call it, syndication, CBS chose, you know, it wasn't CBS. It was CBS's owners. What was their name? Gulf Western? Yeah, they chose to syndicate Hee Haw over Star Trek. Of course, they ended up syndicating Star Trek anyway, and Star Trek became this huge hit in syndication. But for a time, it was country music over science fiction. And there's your daily dose of trivia. Ta-da! Okay. Um, let me see. Paths. Yes. What are we using? We're just going to use this? Yeah, I think we'll just use this. Okay. Make it small. Okay, is it the... What are we having a problem with here? All right. Well, if it doesn't want to go, it doesn't want to go, but I'm going to make it go. And of course, now that I've talked about Hee Haw and the Perry Como song, you know what's in my head now? Poor Unfortunate Souls from The Little Mermaid. I'm sure some of you recognize that song. The thing is, it's not the movie version that I've got in my head. It's the voice play cover. Poor unfortunate souls. Okay, let's get this to work. There we go. Boom. Now, here's something else. You know, I mentioned that I wasn't going to be averse to using blueprints. Well, I'm not. This is a staff building. This is a break room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put an entire basic campus over here for the staff. And I was looking at them and I decided, you know what I really like? I really like the aquatic buildings. And I know that they're not, you know, I'm not building an aquatic zoo here. But the aquatic buildings, you don't have to reserve the specific kinds of buildings for the specific environment. So I'm going to use this right like that. Okay, and of course I made the mistake of trying to actually what you call it, trying to use the precise landing tools. So it's like, oh geez, look at this. But yeah, that's a pretty good staff room. And then we'll get the keeper's hut. That's weird. That I should be able to just line that up and have it linked, but it doesn't want to work that way. My game's bugging, and I've got no idea why. All right. Keeper hut. Now, the zoo game itself is requiring me to have all these buildings, even though I'm not going to need them. But it wants me to have them. So I'm giving it to them. Staff room. Veterinary surgery. But anyway, I'm basically just making a campus here. No? Okay. Well, let's look at it from a different way. Here we go. Aquatic workshop. Ah, it's going to be up on stilts. Yay. It's okay. Why did I do that to myself? Why did I do that to myself? I know that my cursor disappears when I try to use exact placement. It's annoying as hell, but it happens. Okay. Trade center. All right. This is not going to be exact, it's not going to be precise, but it's going to be functional. Right now, functional is good enough. Oh, except I did that backwards. I did both of these backwards, but you know what? That's okay too. Okay. So yeah, no, I have poor unfortunate souls from The Little Mermaid running through my head. Specifically, it's the line about flotsam, flotsam jetsam. Now we've got 'em, boys. The boss is on the roll. You poor unfortunate soul. My voice is not really up to it this morning. All right. Speaking of staff, let's get a caretaker, a keeper, a mechanic, a security guard, and a veterinarian, all on the job. Okay. There we go. That's as much as we need to do, really. Animal trading. You look like a likely young man. Let's see about you. And then Why did it suddenly switch to the other end of the... I will never know. Okay. And then let's give you a lady friend. All right. Okay, we'll get you all started. Habitat. Water pipe. Okay. And then they use what? The food bowls? All right. See, and they're immediately diving for the caves, going into the other places, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. Let's see. The aardvark foraging pit, specifically made for aardvarks to forage in. Isn't that cool? All right, let's see. And they have bedding. They have water. We shall give them a cardboard box because everybody loves cardboard boxes. We'll give them a ball to play with. This part of it is basically going to be playground. Let's see. It's not going to let me connect. Is that what's going to happen? All right. Well, you know what? I will brute force it. I'll brute force it if I have to. Okay. What if I didn't go that way? I went this way. There. Okay. I think both my animals are hiding in their cave, which is perfectly legitimate place for them to be, because that's the purpose of the cave, right? Okay. They need more short grass, so let's give them some short grass. I'm gonna give it to them along here, I think, and then whole swaths of it over here. That's a neat word, isn't it? Swaths. It's just cool. Here's the neat thing. This all counts as part of the terrain too. So there we go. Now, plants are at 100%. Coverage could be improved, but they got a lot of coverage because they got hidey holes. You know, I don't need to include a lot of rocks and stuff because they do have places to hide. That said, let's see, biome is grassland. Let's go ahead and kill the blueprints. I'm going to put a couple of rocks in here just to say that I did. All right. So, what we need now is fence. Nope. What's some of these? Nope. Yeah. All right, let's see. Which one? Feel about that one, maybe. Or this one. I like rope fences. So let's use that one. All right. Now this is going to take a while. We have the animals in, but our zoo is hardly finished because we're going to need facilities. We're going to need, you know, these fences I'm laying in. Have you noticed the bug went away? You know, we're going to need all kinds of things. Okay. The next single serving zoo that I'm going to do. I know a lot of people, I had a couple of questions like, wait, you're going to do them alphabetically? And I was like, no, I just started alphabetically. Aardvark was the first animal on the list, so I went, you know what, why not just do an aardvark? You know, now granted I did, you know, when I was doing Harmony Point Zoo, the first animal I put in was an aardvark. Because like I said, aardvarks, you know, I said it back then, aardvarks are popular. I don't know why. People think aardvarks are cool. So it's like, why not? You know, let's start with the aardvark. But that's hardly, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on, man. Cooperate just a little, wouldn't you? Just a touch. Buy you a cookie, I promise. Okay, what was I saying? Anyway, the next animal I'm gonna do, I have no idea. I might do, you know, but it won't necessarily be the next animal alphabetically, which is, by the way, the African buffalo. You know, it could be anything in this, anything. Now, granted, it won't be an exhibit species because unless I do some sort of fancy snake house or something like that. But it could be anything. It could be African elephants. It could be Siberian tigers, or you know, red pandas. Whatever. Maybe I will do a snake house, and you know, a reptile house where it shows off all the various snake species that you can get in an exhibit, or frogs, or something along those lines. You know, you know, the point being that I'm not necessarily going to go down the list alphabetically one by one. Also, I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm ever going to do combined zoos where I have two or three species. But because I know, this is supposed to be, it's a single species zoo. Yeah, but there are some species that are so iconically linked to other species, or some types of habitats that are so intrinsically linked to other species that I might do a multiple. For example, if I do zebras, if I do the plain zebra, I might just go ahead and make it a combined exhibit with the common ostrich, because in nature you never see zebras without also having ostriches. They actually have a bit of a commensurate relationship where they live in the same environment, and the zebras and the ostriches will key off each other when it comes to predator warnings. The ostriches will alert the zebras, and the zebras will alert the ostriches, and vice versa. It's all very cool. Okay. And I know this is taking forever, but you know what? That's okay. I don't do speed runs. The only time I ever contemplated doing a speed run, and I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do it, is in my Fallout 4 Let's Play, because scrapping everything in a settlement is boring, but it's also an essential part of the game. So I'm like, well, maybe I should just fast. I'll put the portion of the game where you can watch me scrapping things on fast forward, because that's kind of boring. So that might be my compromise. All right. Yes, after the initial thrill, the thrill is gone. Well, I'm going to take a break from the fence. Let's see. Yes. All right. Oh, come now. Okay, and that path doesn't want to connect. Is that what the problem is? It does not. Okay, so what we do is we do this, and we brute force the thing. I'm not above. You're not as stranded as you think you are, doofus. I'm willing to brute force stuff. All right. Okay, let's give it some more facilities. And of course, you should note that technically all of these buildings are inside the habitat. Okay, let's check on the... Are they underneath here? Yes, they are. They seem happy. They're hungry, though. Okay, well, that's all right. I know how to fix that. Hey there, buddy. What I want you to do is I want you to come back every month instead of every 6 months. Now, this is about all the time we have for the Aardvarks single serving zoo. We got a lot further on it than we did last time. This is what I was planning on doing. It's not finished yet, guys. It really isn't, because I'm going to do more stuff. I'm going to put in a couple more shops. I'm going to put an exhibit animal in, and I'm just going to decorate the living heck out of this area and make it, I'm going to go for a complete single zoo. If you have suggestions for me, if you have comments for me, if you want to tell me that I'm a fool, if you want to tell me this is a waste of time, I don't care. Let me know in the comments. I love communicating with people who like my zoos, or who want to tell me that, I suck. I don't care. I just like communicating with people. High amounts of litter, I bet, because I haven't put in any trash cans yet. That's also coming. So, folks, if you like what I'm doing here, by all means, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Tell your friends about my videos. Share them if you want. While you're out and around today, please be safe. We are still in the middle of a crisis. It is still dangerous out there. I know that a lot of people are saying, well, the crisis is over. No, it's not. Not yet. Not quite yet. We're getting close, but we're not out of the woods yet. So please be careful. And above all, above everything, please be kind. Because a single act of kindness can change somebody's life forever. You never know how much you're going to affect somebody's life just with a kind word, or a helping hand, or just some encouragement. Just telling somebody, you're doing fine, keep it up. I know this from experience. You can really make a positive change just by being kind to other people. So that's it, folks. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.